whatever reason, he's taking a hook out, and you might notice, like when I roll with you guys, if I see something like that, then I'm usually immediately like, bring your hand back. I'm usually immediately like grabbing something over here to stop it. Because now I still have both areas controlled, right? So if he was trying to like leave that way like he was, it's still hard. If you wanted to go the other way, it's still hard. So it's like, don't focus so much like if we're here and he takes a hook out and it's like, oh crap, like everything's gone. Then immediately I'm grabbing something. I'm trying to control at least, well, opposite directions, all right? What I wanted to go over today with you guys was, we usually got two ways we're gonna fall. And a lot of times guys will throw themselves this side. Because since this is the underhook, if I'm lazy with my hooks, he's gonna feel like he can like slide out. Yeah, he starts getting his back to the mat, I lose him, right? If he goes the other way, the overhook side, that's why a lot of people don't throw themselves this way. Since this hand is over his shoulder, it's kind of like harder for him to slide out, right? So knowing that he wants to get his back to the mat, when I feel him going this way, I have to beat him, all right? So what I did, I used my foot here to kind of push me, and I got underneath him, and now I'm blocking his hip, all right? So now what I want to do is, the good part about being on this side, this leg becomes really flexible. And what I mean is, normally where I couldn't like get it up, when I'm on the underhook side, it's real easy to start shooting legs over the shoulder, okay? So knowing that, and if you guys need, it also helps that you can put your foot on his hip, because I could even bring him down a little to shoot myself up. Gives me even more flexibility to bring my foot over it, okay? So knowing that, that's what we're gonna work on right now. I'm gonna take this foot, I'm gonna bring it over his shoulder, and what I wanna do is I wanna be able to like pull like a guard, or almost like a reverse top lie, right? What we would do in the guard. I flare my knee out because what I wanna do is I wanna start getting his back to the ground. But before I do that, I'm gonna switch to Kimura grip, where I'm here, bring my shoulder to the side, or sorry, my elbow to the other side, and I have my Kimura grip. So Chris doesn't have much room to move around, right? I flare this knee out, and what happens is, it starts sitting me up. And this way just so they can see. Start sitting me up. Now, when you start sitting them up, what do they think is gonna happen? An arm lock, right? So they'll start gripping. Not a problem, okay? We got a couple of things we can do. And this is one that you guys should be familiar with, because I know Freddie shows this. He's a big fan of this move. We're gonna put our foot here in the armpit, and this one here, reinforce it. I break. We got two things that can happen, right? Right now we're gonna talk about when I have my foot in here. If I can get this one into his armpit, and he, let's say he wants to like try to re-grab again, not a problem. Because he's not just gonna sit there, right? If he lets his hand loose, let your hand loose, and I just come here, I can pull this arm lock off because I'm over his elbow, right? So chances are he's gonna grab it again. This isn't a problem. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna bring my legs to this side. Put my hand for support, bring everything on this way. That hand I was hugging right here, I just grab my foot. We have our reverse triangle. Easiest way, grab your hands, keep defending. When he's defending, I get down to my shoulder. I'm hooking all the way by his ankle, and his wrist. And what I want is I want to get the back of his knuckles to my chest. So I'll grab, my whole body helps me. Boom, and then we squeeze. And you'll get your Bushido Senkaku. So, reason why it says woo is because there's not too much room to move around, guys, with anything here. So again, they're probably gonna want to throw themselves on the underhook side. Gotta beat them. My foot on his hip can help me out. Look, I can push him down a little, could adjust myself, not no rush. All right, take this foot, I'm flexible now. I can bring it around, boom, over, like a guard. I'll take this over, like a kimura, right? It's tight. He doesn't have nowhere to really move. I'm gonna use the knee that's on top of his shoulder. I flare it out to sit me up. You'll notice it, as I'm not doing nothing special, as I flare my knee out, it raises me up. Boom, we're here. I'm gonna loosen And what I do is I put one foot on his the bridge of his forearm. Lower your legs so they can see. Right here at the bridge of his forearm. This one's grabbing this end. I'm just stretching. Boom. Get this foot in. He re-grabbed again because he feels like an arm lock is coming. Put my hand for support, and I want to get my feet onto this side. I'm not flexible. Some guys will get it more. He's really good at pivoting his body that way. When I get it here, that same hand that was hooking his arm, I just grab my shin real quick. As long as I have this little trap right here, I still have the head and arm. He ain't going nowhere, okay? This is what works for me because I'm not that flexible when it comes to this. I lock my lock. If he starts defending his hand, what I'll end up doing is I go down to my shoulder. And I'm actually coming underneath where his wrist is. I'll hug his hand. It's almost like a rear naked choke almost, right? I'm here underneath his wrist. I come under and grab his hand. And what I'm doing is my whole body stretches as I squeeze. Okay?